of an American slum. Its eerie tranquility of today is a sharp contrast to the riots of 16 years ago. For 5 long days, Newark was a tragic battleground. The streets were a playground for looters and snipers, and families survived by becoming prisoners in their own homes. Among the survivors of that siege was a 13-year-old boy. His name was Marvin Hagler.
It was scary, like the end of the world. And you used to hear the neighbors downstairs, neighbors upstairs, all come over and they all talk about what had happened last night. Somebody got killed over there, or they robbed some furniture store across the street.
A few people guided Marvin through those difficult times. One of the strongest was his grandmother, Bessie.
She was the type of woman that really pushed me, I guess, to try to become somebody. You know, if we needed money on Saturdays or something like that, I would go over either scrub the floors for her, or either take the trash out, just so that she'd give me some movie money or something like that, you know, so I wouldn't have to be out in the street trying to get it any other kind of way, you know.
When he go with me, well, he's out of trouble, then I talk to him and tell him about the trouble you could get in following bad boys. So he wasn't no trouble to me. He was all right. He minded me, and still do.
Another guiding force in marvelous Marvin Hagler's childhood was revealed in a recent cover story in Sports Illustrated. At the time, Marvin was a loner in desperate need of some direction. Hagler was reaching out when Mr. Joe reached in. I haven't seen him since I was a kid, but I've been trying to find the guy for a long time. I do believe that one day he'll show up. We found Mr. Joe outside Newark. In the 60s, he organized sports programs for ghetto kids like Marvin.
When he first came down, he was pounding at the door, and I opened the door, and there Marvin was with a blue T-shirt and slacks on and a sheepish grin on his face. Now, Marvin had the fortitude. He's something about the kid. I mean, he didn't want to be here. He wanted out. He wanted out so bad he could taste it.
And I believe in the beginning, my drive and determination all came from New Jersey. I take my kids back there and I show them, even my daughter goes, gee, Daddy, how could you live in a place like this, you know? But at the time when you're young, you don't know a better place.
You know, nobody could do it for him. Just like nobody can do anything for any of these other kids unless they do it themselves. All I was there for Marvin, somebody to talk to, somebody to come around when we want a problem, a special problem, and that's it. You got to be somebody there to listen to. A lot of these kids want you to listen to them. Who's listening? Nobody listens.
Obviously, Mr. Joe's words had a meaning for Marvin Hagler. He has donated boxing equipment to a Newark athletic program. And if he can give a kid a purpose and keep him off the streets, then his gift has done its job. His message to the youth of America is simple and without racial boundaries.
I am from the ghetto down in Newark, New Jersey. And I guess everything that I had to do, I had to fight for all my life. If you want to be somebody, and I think if you set your goals, I think you can achieve what you want out of life. I'm trying to build up other kids' hopes and dreams, not to really become a fighter, but I think more or less to give them something in their mind to participate in, other than going out trying to rob or break into a store or something like that. You know, put that mind and body, you know, to work.
So when you see marvelous Marvin Hagler perform in that 20-foot square, remember the source of his fierce desire. He fears that if he should ever lose the title, and I quote, everything will just stop. Marvelous Marvin Hagler's past and the memories of the people who touched his early life give him the strength, the will, and the determination to move on. He continues to fight and survive.